Not because people don't remember the karma of the past lives, so they sometimes blame God and say, I am doing good this life, I'm not doing anything, and you still burn my house. They forgot just 30 years ago, before they were born, what did they do or where they have been, something like that. It's very easy to forget what we have done last year, never mind last life, and many lives. So when you practice for enlightenment in the spiritual way, you have to know. We do it with no condition, right? Even if we follow the Kuan Yin method, we practice the highest way, we still have to accept some minor or sometimes even major problems or disasters that come to us. But luckily, there are fewer than ordinary people who don't practice. I don't know what's wrong with this microphone. He's so excited. He's jumping up and down all the time. What should I do with it? I'm too weak to control him. That's it. If you come to me with a kind of contract, then you are in for disappointment, right? Or some people misunderstand our motive. I never promise you richness. I never promise you a life of ease, a bed of roses. I never promise you get anything you want, even when it's bad. So we practice to eliminate the ego, the who that wants everything, even when it's nonsense, when it's not possible. The one who always wants to push everybody else to work for him and to want things for nothing, to want things when he doesn't work for them, to want to serve himself first, and does not consider whether that circumstance is that correct or incorrect. That is the ego. Because God doesn't owe us anything, right? It's only for us, for our benefit, that we should meditate, that we should become good, because it's good for us. That's what we should be in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. We should be a good human being, a perfect being, and developed in all sides, spiritually, worldly, as well as compassion, love, and the sacrifice spirit for others before ourselves. But that is when that person is truly in need, that others are truly in need. Not that we give blindly, just because I have too much money, I have to go and ask, oh, you want some? You want some? Yeah. Of course, everybody wants some, even when he doesn't need it. And that is not the point of my telling you. Help when they truly need, the most needy, because we don't have enough to give to everyone, right? And also when they're not needy and you help them, then you harm them. You put him in a reliant habit, and you take away his independence. And that is no good for him. You kill him in the long run. You trample on his dignity, on his self-respect, on self-reliance and independent spirit. That you cannot do. That's very cruel. You ruin him. You ruin the whole of his life, of his life's purpose. He's born here to struggle, to work, to learn by the sweat of his brow, to know how to be a human being. Because when he learns well from here, later he can be a better saint. He can be a good saint. What is the good to have a saint when he's useless? It's up to no good saint, right? Then we call him a useless saint. If the whole world are saints and he can't even build his house, if everybody shaved their head like me before and went to the Himalayas, eat grass, eat a wild grass, wild herbs like a buffalo, or do nothing, right? And can't even clean a house, can't even build a house or do anything. What is the good of that saint? It's a good excuse to say, okay, he radiates love and peace and blessing to the world. Fine, but it would be better if he could help us to build a house, or to do something that we need, right? Because we still have the body, and he does also. So therefore, I would like you to be a perfect saint and human being. If we are only saintly and we are not humanly, that's not good. Huh? We can be saintly when we are up there, but when we're here, we should be also human. Just be normal. When you discover sainthood, that is when you discover your normalcy. That means you are perfectly ordinary. There is no smelling of sainthood about you. And when you still smell like a saint, that is when it smells. It smells, it stinks. We call it in Chinese Zen sickness. Because you know you are a saint and you smell like one. Actually, I'm not humble enough to tell you all this, but at least I heard that from some other saint, you know. That you should be normal and you don't smell like a saint. Then you are a saint. The saint is truly a non-saint because you don't look like one, yeah? You don't walk like one. You don't point to everybody and say, look here, I'm a saint. People will feel comfortable with you when you're not a saint. But at the same time, you are a saint. Yeah. Do you understand this paradoxical talk?